Hi everyone. So I'm going to be sharing about this process I'm doing where I am taking this problem that I'm having, that when people present situations to frighten me, or even if they're real situations, just presenting challenging situations in the worst possible way, such as me working in daycares where the amount of money is relatively less than other jobs, where it's really just enough to get by. And for me, I've been having difficulty within how do I respond to people when they talk in this way, which I recognize they are speaking from a point of emotions. How do I resolve this? And while looking at this, it's really similar to really any situation where a person gets emotional. Like if someone comes at you and says, you did not do your responsibility, I'm really upset at you. Or if someone comes to you and say that they're disappointed in you, or if someone comes to you and they're scared because it's the end of the world, or whatever the situation may be, how do I face that situation? How do I write a solution? And the answer I found is to just decide to who I am, which in that case it's who I want to be and what I decide to be, and I decide to be happy. And so what that means is that if someone comes and tells me that working daycare is really bad because you will struggle with money, I will say, well, that makes me happy. I'm happy about that. I'm happy to work in daycare and to work with very little money. And of course, they're gonna, react probably or just respond how they respond. But for me in that moment, I decide to be happy. And I live that. And I be that. My self-honesty is that I decide my experience of myself in every moment. And I can choose to, in every moment, be happy, if I choose to. No matter if the world is ending, no matter if I'm physically starving in the streets, or I'm being tortured, or whatever, if people come at me, yell at me, if I don't have enough money to pay the rent, I can choose to be happy still, always. And that is my movement, that is my self-expression, that is my decision. When I wake up in the morning and I look at my day and I see a day full of things I need to get done, I can choose to be happy always. Within getting up, within getting ready, I can be happy in that moment and be happy within doing the work and responsibilities. Happiness is a choice. It's not something that comes from outside of you, that someone else gives you. Like for example, taking the same situation where working daycare you make very little money. Let's say you don't have to work at all and you have millions and millions of dollars. Is that situation going to make you happy? And the truth is, it can't. Because happiness doesn't come from outside of you. And let's say that you get what you want exactly everything that you want, like environmental wise, situation wise, you have everything. Does that mean that you're gonna be happy and live happiness? I found that it doesn't. Because any happiness that comes from outside of you, that comes from your situation, from your environment, isn't something that can really last. Because environments change. You can be rich one day and poor the next. You can be in good health one day and in poor health the next. Things can change. But you can decide to always be where you choose to be. You can choose to be happy. So if someone comes and tells you like, oh no, here's a horrible situation, this has happened, you can be happy. If someone comes and tells you horrible things that's going on in the world or going on about you, you can choose to be happy. You can always choose that because it's expression, it's alive, it's real, it's your creation. And you don't need a reason, you don't need justification, you're alive. You can decide who you are in every moment. So what I'm talking about here is part of the process of living words. Because when you choose to be happy, you're living the word happiness. The same thing would go for any word you choose to be. So for me, this is the solution I have for when people come with me with problems, with situations, with things where I feel like I need to react badly, I need to react negatively, like, with me working within daycare, or with my past, my history, anything. Making a failure, making a mistake, I can choose to be happy. And when a person sees that, like imagine yourself, if you approach someone with a problem about them, with their past, with who they are, with mistakes they're making, imagine if they decide to be happy. What would you then think about what you said, about who you are, about what you're saying, what you're doing? You kind of realize that everything that you say, everything that you perceive about them, about mistakes, about problems, that it's all you and it doesn't actually even exist. That you're just creating within yourself the problems, negativity. Like if someone you know dies, you can actually choose to be happy. As different as they may be than how we act or we think, it's possible. If there is, I don't know, let's say catastrophe, this is a problem, you can choose to be happy. You always have a choice. in every moment. You always have a choice of who you are, who you be. If you are all alone and there's everyone against you and you're rejected by everyone, you can choose to be happy. And it's not about your environment, it's not about them. You're just choosing to be happy. It's just you living happiness, being happy. That's it. When someone you know dies, you can choose to remember all the great things about them. You can choose to remember, let's say, happy moments. You can choose to be happy that they were a part of your life, and that you're happy that you met them and you got to know them. You can even be happy with mistakes you make. If you find that you made a mistake, you can be happy that you found a mistake, that you're aware that you made a mistake. Or if someone comes to you and they tells you what you did here was a mistake, you can be happy that they are here, that you're here, and that they're talking to you. You can be happy in this moment. And you really don't even need a reason. You don't really need to include other people as reasons. You can just be happy because that's who you are. That's who you choose to be. If we, all of us, live like this, where in every moment we're choosing how we are, who we be, wouldn't we want to choose things that are fun, things that we enjoy, things that make a positive impact on our lives, like choosing to be focused, choosing to be serious, or choosing to be silly, where everything is equally a choice you can make, but you choose according to what makes sense in the moment. Where there really is no wrong choice, but there's also right choices, because it's all about you as an individual, and it's all about doing what's best for you and all individuals. For example, to choose to be angry, just to be angry, and to express that and to live that for no reason, I mean, a lot of this is common sense. So you can choose, but at the same time, it's about being aware of what is best for you and for others. So there are better choices than others. So a lot of times we get used to expressing things a certain way. Like if we see something that we call as bad, we expect that we get angry and other people get angry. Or we can choose to live happiness. joy, wonder, honoring, respect, care, positive, practical, together, all as one is equal. You can choose to live happiness. And that is actually a much more real happiness than when it comes from our environment, from outside of us. Because things change. Things come and go. People leave, TV shows end, movies end, books end, music ends. And if you can just choose to be happy, then why would you need everything else? You then be in a way kind of free. And then you are free to actually explore new things and create new things. Or see what it means to really be happy and just live your day. Like you wash the dishes while you're happy. You walk the dogs while you're happy. You do your work while you're happy. You breathe and you're happy. And just every single moment, just living happiness. Where it's not like you're looking for anything outside of you, from environment, from people, from things, from the situation to make you happy. You just decide to be happy. And that's what you live. And that's what your experience is. And then you realize that you could simply live this way forever. There's no limit. There's never a reason why you can't choose to be happy. Living in this kind of way, it really opens your eyes to how much more is possible for all of us. Where, since we have this choice about who we are, then there really isn't anything that we can't do, or create, or accomplish. Or anything even we can just try to and fail. Where everything becomes good. Every single moment of trying, of effort, of doing, of looking, of consideration, of simply living is something good. And that even the opportunities where we are within a stuckness, within a slowing downness, within a not moving, within resistance, within the reaction, is actually something good. Everything is always good. Everything is always an opportunity. Everything is always here. And it's such a gift to be here, to be alive, to have the opportunity to learn, to grow, to understand, to try, to fail. And that's really a gift. Imagine if your life was set up before you where it was already known and guaranteed that everything you'll do is success. Then everything you'll do isn't actually your own decision, your own effort. Failure is actually a great gift and a great respect. I mean, it shows that we are alive, that everything is real. And that happiness being something that we live, being something that is because we decide to be happy, that is also a great gift. Because if our happiness was really dependent on our environment, if who we are is really dependent on our environments outside of us, then we would be very limited and very enslaved to whatever environment is. Instead, the reality is we decide who we are in our experience. And so therefore, we can always simply choose to be free and to choose who we are. And that is always our choice. And that is a great gift. Okay, thank you very much.